Hey everybody, it's your girl. What's up? Today we're going to create this really cute wallet. It's inexpensive, it's cute, you can sell it at a craft fair. It's still time for holiday gifts and everything. So let's get started. See, I needed something to put my change in because I'm always dropping it in my purse. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is 2 pieces of fabric. You need your main fabric and you need a lining fabric, and you're going to need a batting or some type of, I used a fleece here. And the measurements for this is actually 5 by 10. And so we're going to put this together. We have right sides together with the fabric. The fleece or any type of batting, whatever you want, is at the bottom of your main fabric, as shown here. And I'm going to pin it, and I fold it in the middle, and I clip that, so because that's where we're going to put our elastic in for our closure. And I'm going to take something, I'm using like a little bottle that I have, and I'm going to round out my corners because I want my corners rounded. Now you can actually use your thread, bottom of your thread, whatever you have, to round your corners as shown here. So the next thing I'm going to do is pin, because I want to make sure the fabric does not move when I start to cut it. So now I'm going to trim around as shown here. This is a real fun project. I think you will like it. And like I said, you still have time for cute holiday gifts. I've always thrown my change in the bottom of my purse. So I wanted something really quick and easy that I could do. And I said, well, let me show you how I made this one. So I'm just trimming off extra fabric that I had. Again, the measurements are 5 by 10. So now I'm getting ready to stitch around it, leaving that top where I trimmed, where I cut the, where we folded it and cut that little piece. Do not sew over that, sew around it and leave that part open. And also when you get to the bottom of this wallet, please leave an opening at the bottom. Oh yeah, what I did was I forgot to leave it. I was just stitching, so I was just stitching away, stitching. And so I didn't leave the bottom open, so I had to just use my seam ripper to open the bottom in the middle and just leave it open. See right here? Do not stitch over it. Do not keep stitching like I did. Stop and leave an opening at the bottom in the middle so you could turn your bag inside out. So as I continue to stitch around the bag, we're coming up to the top opening, the little where we cut it in the middle to put our elastic. Remember, do not sew over that either. Leave that open as well, and you'll see in 1 second. Like I said, this is a really fun bag, and it shouldn't take you long to do anything. You see, this is where I'm using my seam ripper. It's okay for you to understand. I do make mistakes sometimes. I was so excited. I just sewed. I was like, oh my God. And that's probably because I had the top part open for where the elastic is going in. So anyway, so now you see, leave it open at the bottom right there in the middle. So now what we're getting ready to do is, see, and here's the top part, and that's open because that's where we're going to put our elastic in. So we made a little slit there in the middle, okay? So now what we're getting ready to do is we're getting ready to trim off any extra fabric and get as close as you can to your stitches without cutting the stitches or cutting into the stitches, because we don't want a lot of bulk. So we want to make sure that we get rid of as much fabric as we can without cutting our stitches, as shown here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our elastic in. Okay, so we put the round piece in, and you see the 2 ends that's open and elastic, those are going to stick out. And now we're getting ready to stitch on top of that. I knew that. So I hope everything is great for you. I hope all is good. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and watching my DIYs. We got a schedule for you this year. I'm changing up a little bit, doing some things differently. Oh, now we're going to trim. I want to add some other stuff to it. So now we're going to turn it inside out, as shown here. And then I just use my scissors to actually poke the corners out, and you'll see, as shown here. Just continue to follow the video. You'll do fine. At this point, after you turn it inside out, You know me, pinning and pressing. So take it to your ironing board and press it really well. Now, and after you press it and bring it back, you know, after you press everything, you can actually top stitch if you like. I didn't top stitch. The only thing that I top stitched is the top of the bag, where right there where I'm working at, right there at the top, I stitched across that, which you'll see in 1 second. So now I'm just kind of looking at it to see how it's looking. It's coming together really nice. Isn't that nice? Those are really cute for gifts. Really, they are. People always need something to put their change in. They probably use that for their IDM money, because, you know, people are like, oh, that's so cute, I could just run out with that. So now that I have pressed it down, now I'm getting ready to just stitch that bottom closed. And I'm just going to stitch across. And I used a 1/4 inch seam allowance for this entire bag. Or wallet. I'm so used to saying bag, wallet. So I have some really cool stuff coming up. And I'm doing scrapbooking and journaling. And just, it's going to be fun. I'm really excited about it. We're putting together tags and everything. So now what I did was folded it up. Now when I folded it up, I folded up 3 1/2. Now and then we stitched on each side. I stitched on each side of it. Yeah, so we folded it up 3 1/2 inches. Now it depends on what size you want your wallet to be. You can make your wallet any size that you want it to be, but just from the measurements of what we caught here, which is 5 by 10. And now we're stitching all the way around. See how I'm stitching all the way around the entire wallet? So we're stitching all the way around now. And this is, like I said, it's a really cute, fun, and easy project. And don't forget to back stitch. You want to lock that in. Now I'm just cutting off the thread, the extra thread that's there. And it's so cute. Isn't that so cute? So now, I'm getting ready to sew on the button. Now, you could stitch, you could find where you want to put your button at. And then you could start from the inside with your needle. Or you could I started from the outside with my needle. So I placed my button where I wanted it, and then I started stitching from the outside of it. And a couple of times I went through the inside, but not as much as I stitched it from the outside. But I'm sure you know how to stitch on a button. If not, there's a lot of tutorials out there to show you how to stitch on buttons, but it's pretty easy. And so, you know, we're almost done. Like I said, this was a really fun and easy project. Stay tuned. I have so much more to show you, and we're going to have so much fun. And I'm excited. I'm excited. So see, and now we're there. We're done. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more DIYs. We're going to do scrapbooking, journaling, and everything. I'm excited. Peace.